Welcome. It's me, still in Ireland, and I realized that I only have 18 days left and I've still only made 2 videos. So I figured that I would brainstorm some differences between the United States versus Ireland, some things that I've learned since being here, and make a video. It is currently raining and windy outside, so that's a big shocker. So if you hear something, that's what it is. I even made a little list. Yeah, I made a list, so we're just gonna go through it. Okay, first up, currency. So in the United States, we use the American dollar. In the Republic of Ireland, they use the euro. And then in Northern Ireland, they actually use the pound. So I looked it up, and the current exchange rate is €1 for $1 American and 3 cents. Is that what you will get here though? No, you get like 78% of the money that you're trying to exchange. So that kind of sucks, but they use the euro here. Second, food. So here they use little to no preservatives, and in America that is definitely not true. So food expires here super fast. So you'll like go to the grocery store, you'll get your food for the week, and you have like that week to use it or it'll all go bad. And that's especially true with your dairy products, your meat, produce, and even like bread. It expires really fast. Another thing is that they use not as much seasoning as they do in America, so you'll go out to eat and your food will taste like, I guess, a little blander. It's still good, but America just uses a lot of seasoning, I guess. I think all of the meat here is grass-fed. I'm gonna say I think because I'm not 100% sure, but all the meat that I've seen has been grass-fed. They have no ranch. Ranch does not exist here. So if you're gonna eat your chicken wings, whatever they're called, if you're gonna eat chicken, there's no ranch. If you're gonna eat veggies, there's no ranch. Yeah, we've had to use alternatives. Another random thing is we're trying to celebrate Thanksgiving, my American roommates and I, but they don't have Thanksgiving here. And they also don't really have canned pumpkin here that I found. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. We're just not gonna have pumpkin. Along with food comes restaurants, and here you don't have to tip. I've heard it's even a little offensive to tip. And so when you're looking at the menu, the price that's on the menu is the price that you'll end up paying, which is so nice. Along with that, they don't like bring you the check. You have to go up and ask for the bill, which is fun to learn the first time when you're sitting there wondering when you'll get your bill, but you just have to get up and leave on your own. I've also found McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and Starbucks really random choices for fast food, but I haven't found a lot of other like American food chains. So there's no Chipotle, there's no Chick-fil-A. Yeah, the list goes on and on. So I don't know if I could ever live here permanently because there's no Chipotle, but that's a discussion for another day. The stores here, so we have Target, we're used to TJ Maxx, we're used to IKEA, but no, here they have TK Maxx, they have JYSK, which is IKEA, and they have Dunnes, which is Target, or I guess it's similar to Target, but it's really funny. TJ Maxx, TK Maxx, I don't know. They don't give you plastic bags like the grocery store bags in America. You either bring your own reusable bags or you buy a reusable bag. So you don't get these free bags like we do in America. The drinking age is 18 in Ireland and most of Europe. And then America, the drinking age is 21. So like I'm on a alcohol-free campus in America, but when I came to Limerick, they literally have a pub on campus. Like they host events for drinking and partying on campus, and it's just so different. So pubs are everywhere, even on campus. People drink all times of the day. I'll be in the airport and people are drinking at 5 a.m. Okay. I wouldn't be in Ireland if I didn't talk about the weather, because everyone in Ireland is obsessed with talking about the weather for some reason. But yeah, I've said before, it always rains, which is very true. You'll look at the weather forecast and there will be like whole weeks of just like rain. Or sometimes it'll be every other day, every day, every few days. But it rains. It literally rained last night and it's raining right now. Probably the biggest difference that I've learned is that Northern Ireland and then Southern Ireland, also known as the Republic of Ireland, are two different countries in Ireland. You look at it on the map, it's like a decent size, but it's not huge. And so everyone just refers to it as Ireland, but it's actually two different countries. So Northern Ireland is part of the UK. They use the pound, and Belfast is the capital. And then the Republic of Ireland, it's bigger than Northern Ireland, but it's part of the EU, and it uses the euro. So in Ireland, they speak English, and obviously they have their Irish dialect, so certain words will be a little bit different. They'll say like lovely for like, that's great, that's good, that's cute, it's lovely. They'll say crack for fun. It was great crack. It was great fun, which is a personal favorite of mine. And then their road signs will have both English and they'll have the Irish language. So it's really interesting because we'll ride on the bus and there's like a speaker overhead with like an automated voice, and she'll say like the first word in English and then she'll say it in the Irish language, and it just sounds nothing like English. So we always find it so entertaining. I think cursing is a little bit more normalized here. I'll be in class and a professor will just drop the F-bomb. Everyone moves on like nothing happened. So I think it's just a little bit more normalized here than it might be in the US. And then schooling, so I've kind of talked about this in my last video, how instead of having like a bunch of assignments throughout the semester, you have like a big end of year assessment, whether that be a project or a test. Everything is weighted on the end of the year assignments. So it's like a vacation all until November, December, and then school galore. Transportation here, people use the bus system a lot more than what I've experienced in America. So there's like buses that come every 15 minutes, like it kind of depends on the one you're taking, but there'll be buses that you can take just around Limerick or the city that you're in, but also like they go between cities. So it's super easy to get around here. Bikes are pretty common. Cars are also common, but they drive on the left side of the road and not the right. So like when you go around a roundabout, they go to the left. Very confusing. So with the buses, you get, they're called Leap cards here. And so you buy a Leap card, you get a certain amount on it, and then you just swipe the card. So flights to get around Europe, Ryanair, best friend. So Ryanair has the cheapest flights I've ever seen. I flew to Belgium for like $30. It was fantastic. But Ryanair also never shuts the cabin lights off, so if you're on that flight for a long time, the lights will be on the entire time. And they're constantly trying to sell you things, so you give and you take. But Ryanair or Aer Lingus are the best flights to use around Europe. Healthcare here is free. You can take an ambulance for free. You can go to the ER for free, which is really nice. I haven't had to use that, but that would be really nice. The problem though is that the waiting lines are huge because it's free and people need healthcare. So you just have to wait for forever. And then healthcare providers aren't paid as much, so your doctors and nurses aren't going to be paid as much as they're in America. Another funny thing, which shouldn't shock me, but it did, is you will spot other Americans easily. Like, Americans are really loud, very loud. They talk loud, they're kind of obnoxious. So I understand like why other countries don't like us. So when you're talking really loud in your American accent and people notice that you're American, you know, like sometimes you'll just have conversations. And something that I've experienced is some of the Irish people that I've talked to are really interested in American politics. Like, I think it's just entertaining for them, which, yeah, yeah. They like to talk to you about American politics. The Netflix here is different. So, America took off The Office, they took off Friends, which was a sad day for everyone. But here, they actually have The Office, they have Friends, they have other normal shows that we have. But yeah, the Netflix is different. Who would have thought? Another big difference is the power outlets. Yes. So this is common in Europe, I guess. Different parts of Europe. It's just like a two-pronged thing. And then the US, you know, it's you know what it looks like. But in Ireland, they actually use this thing. So my little converter, we got the American, we have the Ireland. Yeah. By far, my favorite thing that I've learned so far about Ireland is that there is something called Christmas week. I don't know if this is just something at like universities. Maybe it's just Limerick University. I don't know what it is. But Christmas week, this year it was November 13th. And so I was walking to class with my roommate and people are just passing us in Christmas sweaters. They're like all dressed up, hair's done, makeup's done, and we're like, okay, it's November 15th at the time. I was like, what is happening? And apparently there's something called Christmas week where you celebrate Christmas in November because everyone's going to be gone for Christmas break, so they won't get to celebrate. And you go out drinking from like 8 a.m. on the whole week. So bars were full by noon and like closed until they like had more space for other people. But it was just shocking. It's just shocking. But that's my favorite thing that I've learned. So that's all on my list. I've just learned a lot since being here, but Ireland is gorgeous. I don't think the US or Ireland, like one is better than the other. I think they're both just different and beautiful in their own ways. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you're interested in studying abroad or just traveling around, then I hope these differences helped you out. Maybe you'll be a little bit more prepared than I was. But yeah, Ireland's great.